Hello fellow pinballers, welcome back to my channel, and after 2 weeks of twiddling my thumbs, well not really, in the last 2 weeks I've been working on Lethal Weapon 3, so what I did is after I finished Predator, because I'd used Lethal Weapon 3 as the layout to create Predator, I'd learned a few bits and pieces, so I went back to Lethal Weapon to make all the different changes that I've made to create this Legendary Edition. Now I'd already created the Legendary Edition a couple of years ago, but now I've made it even better. Much more better, actually. So this is now the Legendary Edition of Lethal Weapon 3, and starting from the top, I'll just show you a couple of things that I've changed. So you'll see this topper now, which is nothing new. I actually pinched this from Last Action Hero. But what is new is I've added some extra songs that you can listen to during the game. So this is one of the songs that appears on the playlist when the game first starts. Let's switch that off. And another one. You might know this one. So that's another one, so I'll switch that off as well. So there's 2 new songs that I've added to the playlist. Well, there's actually 3, but you'll hear that in a minute. So I've made lots of improvements to the physics. So this thing now shoots as it's supposed to. So that's a lot of stuff that I learned from Predator. You learn in every game that you make when you're working on Future Pinball or any pinball. Whether you're making pinball games for real or virtual, you will learn every single project you work on. You will learn new stuff, and you will always improve. So this game is massively improved since the last time I touched it, which was about 2 years ago. Oh, I also added there as well, police to flip and catch, which I thought was funny. So I've changed the insert colors, and I've added the these proper graphics now to all the inserts, so they now pop. Some of the lights have LEDs on them. That's an LED there for the jackpot. As you can see, the inserts have all been improved now, where the light is actually coming from underneath through it doesn't actually pass through the text, which it was doing before. All the lights are now LEDs. The flashes are all LEDs, so I can change the colors if I wanted them to. In fact, the ones that have fixed colors like those will never change, but the ones that are white, I can change the colors of all of those flashes. So these will always be blue. These ones here will change color depending on the mood, and the blue and the red there will always be blue and red. When I did the work on this 2 years ago to bring this up to the Legendary Edition, I added an LCD screen which plays the stunt action modes. So stunt action modes happen when you complete Lethal Weapon 1, 2 and 3 on the sources, and you will actually get to see or play through a clip from the movie. Now in the original game it's just a very basic animation on the on the DMD, but I added actual movie clips, and you'll see an example of that when we play the game, which I'm going to play the game in a moment or two. And I've also added just play that flasher topper flasher again. So this has got a light behind it as well, which reacts when the topper is doing its thing as well. I just think that's absolutely cool. Right, so let's just change the angle down to this. Let's insert some fake money. Oh, let's turn on the HUD. Okay, and let's start the game.
We're back. We're bad. You're black. I'm next.
All right, so we've got the normal 3, and then we've got extra ones like Duran Duran, Jan Hammer, Harry Faltermeyer, KRS-One, and Inner Circle. So let's go with Inner Circle. So nothing's changed about the skill shot. Just make sure you hit the one that's second from the bottom. Now what you will notice on the LCD, you will see the character graphic come up, which is something which I've added to most of my games now. Whenever I have a character speaking from the movie or TV show, I will always have their graphic come up, which just makes it much more dynamic. It's almost as if they're talking to you. And this is a trick I learned from video games. You know, whenever you're playing a video game and the character's speaking, you will normally see a graphic that comes up on the screen. Normally in sort of Dungeons and Dragons types games, which is where I've learned that trick from. So every character that you can hear in this game now is actually the real character from the film. So there's no sound alikes, all that's been removed. Some of the music and sound effect has remained from the Data East game because I wanted to retain the original charm, but it's kind of been blended into the new stuff. I beg your pardon. Yes, that's Joe Pesci's character. It's actually from Casino. I just thought that's a great quote for an outlane. So I pinched that from Casino. So, you see the LCD will show the character when they're speaking. And what it is, it's their ID cards. So the cops will have a badge. Joe Pesci's character, Leo Getz, has an investigator badge. Cops are blue. The investigator one is yellow. I need to add other characters as well, like Rene Russo. They've had a big part in the films, of course. Now, what I really love about this game is the Uzi. You see the Uzi has bullets in the magazine. Now every time you make a loop shot like that, it adds a bullet to the magazine. Do it again. So left or right will add bullets to the magazine.
You have no idea what you are doing.
Whoops, that was wrong. That was actually Josh Ackland's character in Joe Pesci, so I need to change that. That's a little bug there. Still got a lot of work to do on this. So, I'm filling up the magazine on the Uzi. One more. Oh, let's do this first.
Grab the cat.
Right, so you've got to press or pull the plunger the fastest time possible. And you will get points based on your reaction time. So the faster you pull the trigger when it says action now, the more points you get. So that's one of them, and at the bottom there it's lit as the bomb. You can just see it there underneath the right flipper. So they're all picked randomly. Alright, so the Uzi is now lit, so now I just press the, or pull the plunger button. See? Empties the clip and I win the award there, the first one, which was 3 million. That is just so clever. So clever. I love that. So I can choose to fill up the clip again and go for the next reward along the top of the Uzi there, or I can just go for the multi-ball. Or I can go for another stunt action. So that's 911. So I did a nice bit of a police radio thing there and a little siren, which makes that much more exciting. Let's get the red wire. Million Plus is lit. So you'll see there the topper is reacting to that ramp shot. So I go hit the red wire. Let's hit the red wire. Gotcha. I think you do that enough times and that starts the multi-ball, I believe. But if you hit the wrong wire, so I'm going to hit the red wire. It's telling me to hit blue, but I'm going to hit the red. Dumb son of a bitch. Well, I did it on purpose. I'm not really a dumb son of a bitch. Alright, so the last ball is announced by playing Wild Boys by Duran Duran. I just like it, so that's why I've added it. If you owned this game on Future Pinball, you could add your own songs for the last ball. But I do like to announce the last ball to the player. Ooh, Super Leo. Is it Super Leo? No, it's Steady On, so it's just Leo. Can I hit it under pressure? With everybody watching, with 4 people watching, can I do it?
Leo.
Ooh. So good. Right, so there's only the multi-ball that you haven't seen. In fact, there's quite a lot you haven't seen. You haven't seen Crazy Rigs. You haven't seen the loops. Alright, let's do this one.
You're not that bad.
Ah, son of a whore! I'm trying to beat it because I know exactly when it's coming up. I have got it down to 50 milliseconds. Believe it or not, I have actually put it down to a 50 millisecond reaction time, which is insane. I can't remember which wire not to cut. Definitely too old for this shit. So what I've done there is I've retained the music from the original Data East game to add charm. You see, you've got to retain the original game's charm. Don't replace everything.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just gonna. My name's gonna be bad because it was bad.
Okay.
That was just rude.
It wasn't. It was terrible.
You're gonna miss all this good stuff when you retire.
So another glitch there. There are still glitches in this thing that I need to iron out, but after another week it should be absolutely perfect. And as with the Predator, I'll release this as soon as I get to 10,000 subscribers. It will be an amazing double bill, but I've still got more work to do. So what I'll do is I'll do a follow-up video in the next few days to show you some extra stuff that I've added, and then I'll show you the final version of this. But yeah, it's one of Data East's best games, if not the best Data East game. It's absolutely superb. I love this game. It's got a hell of a lot of personality, and it's just an enormous amount of fun to play. Okay, see you in the next vid. Toodaloo.